Anywhere from 30,000 to 40,000 men, women, and children dig through the muck day and night in search of the elusive metal. While the rainforests of the surrounding province Madre de Dios, Mother of God, support some of the richest wildlife found anywhere on Earth, La Pampa has been transformed into a hostile alien planet. For every ounce of gold the miners extract, researchers estimate that they leave behind 9 tons of waste, amid giant craters filled with chemical-tainted water colored in unearthly shades of electric blue and metallic orange. Thanks in part to mines like La Pampa, South America's old-growth rainforest is being turned into a desolate wasteland. After fossil fuel combustion, deforestation is believed to be the second leading driver of climate change. In Peru alone, an area bigger than all 5 boroughs of New York City has been stripped to bare, mottled earth. The story is the same across much of the Amazon. Although loggers and cattle ranchers tear down far more jungle than miners, the mercury used in illicit gold mining can poison the rainforest and local peoples for generations. For Peru's government, La Pampa became something even more sinister than an environmental catastrophe. A toxic stew of poverty and criminality, where police dared not tread and international and Peruvian laws were mere conjecture. If miners wanted to sleep with underage girls, there was a price for that. If they needed to settle a score, La Pampa's mining pits were ready-made graves with no undertaker to ask questions. "You can find everything in there, abuses of every kind," Peruvian Defense Minister José Huerta Torres said. And that's not to mention the ecological barbarities that are being committed against the Amazon. Although solutions do exist, including less destructive forms of mining that would actually increase gold yields, there is little will to solve the problems as long as the gold keeps flowing. And the rush of gold won't stop as long as there are men like Granda who come from overseas to buy it. By the time he stepped into that dark Lima office, Granda knew all about the evils of illegal mining. He just didn't care. His job was to acquire gold for NTR Metals, the Miami subsidiary of Dallas-based Metal, one of the largest international gold trading companies in the United States, as much gold as he could possibly find. For Granda, convincing the Peruvian gold dealer to agree to an exclusive relationship with NTR could jumpstart his new career, one that followed jobs in South Florida selling subprime mortgages and classes for an online university. Granda launched into a carefully crafted pitch. NTR had the best prices, Granda told the gold dealer, and could pay faster than any of its competitors. He had seen how rival American firms operating in Peru misweighed and undervalued the gold that suppliers brought in to sell. "You're getting ripped off," Granda said. The Peruvian gold dealer was impressed. He was the second in command in his office, which, it turned out, was dark, not for purposes of intimidation, but because of one of Lima's frequent power outages. He invited Granda and his fellow NTR salesman, Renato Rodriguez, to join his boss for dinner that evening. Over a meal of ceviche, Peru's signature citrus-cured raw fish dish, they closed the deal. The rookie trader had won his first client for NTR. It wouldn't be his last. Over the next few years, Granda, Rodriguez, and their boss, a savvy British-born salesman named Samar Barrage, would help NTR's parent company, Metal, dominate Latin America's often dangerous and corrupt gold market, going from importing a few bars per month to doing $1 billion worth of business in a single year. By the end of their run, they had traded $3.6 billion of gold. The 3 NTR gold traders thrived on cutting deals with a roguish cast of precious metals suppliers, customs officials, and money men. Their bosses in Dallas turned around and sold that dirty gold to some of the biggest corporations in the United States, including nearly 70 Fortune 500 clients. Apple, Google, Lockheed Martin, Macy's, and many more, unaware of the gold's tainted origin, bought Metal's product, turning the metal into watches, jewelry,